Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and others. My name is Arkada, and I am here at my wonderful and cozy desk in front of my shelf of anime stuff, because today we are going to be on the internet talking about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I'm a bit late with this, I know, but in my defense, at the time of this recording, voting has not yet opened. It is supposed to open today, so hopefully I'm just getting this in right under the wire. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to go over all the nomination categories of this year's Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I'd hope and pray that some things may have changed since last year's Crunchyroll Anime Awards, or at the very least just give you a basic rundown of what's here, what I think of them, and maybe that might help you vote or do something. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the nomination categories. If I can just quickly scroll. Yeah, I'm going to go to all the we're going to go through all the categories. We're going to skip Anime of the Year. We're going to save that for last, and then we're going to go from top to down, left to right, and we're going to touch on all of the categories, and we're going to talk about all the entries, and we're going to try and talk about three specific things. We're going to talk about what's there, and specifically what may not be there in the cases where I think something should have been nominated, but it wasn't. We're going to talk about out of what's there, what I would pick, and we're also going to talk about out of what's there, what will probably win. We're going to be talking about Hiroaka a lot, I can tell. I've briefly looked at a couple of these categories, but I don't know everything, so this is going to be kind of blind for me as well, and if you haven't noticed, completely unscripted. Before we begin, though, whoever at Crunchyroll edited this video here that goes behind the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, well done. Well done. I like the transitions between all the clips. It works really, really well. Anyway, I'm just giving that person a shout out, whoever they are, because nobody else will. So, we're going to go through them, and hopefully this will be really cool and really exciting, and we'll see some interesting changes, if I'm lucky. Okay, so, first up, Best Action. Staring us right in the face is My Hero Academia. Is that going to win? Probably. Land of the Lustrous, I'm happy that's here. I don't think it'll win. I like the action of it a lot. But it probably won't win. It should, but it probably won't. Blood Blockade, Battlefront, and Beyond. Anytime this shows up today, I'm going to screw up the pronunciation of Blood Blockade Battlefront. It's been a thing. I haven't seen the second season of BBB, so I can't comment. Same thing with Iron-Blooded Orphans. I'm sure it's really good, and this is probably here for the Token Mech fans. And that's fine. That's fine. Probably won't win. Attack on Titan, I understand why it's here. It's really popular, or at least Attack on Titan was at one point popular. It was pretty muted, or a lot more muted this year than I expected. So we'll see whether or not that actually wins. And Fate Apocrypha, which was an interesting surprise to see on this list, actually. I'm happy it's here. I don't think it'll win. I think what I'd like to win is Land of the Lustrous. Will it win? Probably not. What's probably going to win is Hiroaka Season 2. Let's be honest. Because this is where we're going to be. This is what's going to be. Like, I know Hiroaka did fairly well in the Anime Awards last year, but it lost out to Yuri on Ice in a couple of categories. But Yuri on Ice isn't here. What that means, though, is that Hiroaka might sweep. And as we go through all the categories, anytime it comes up, I'm probably never going to say that I'm going to vote for Hiroaka in any of these because I fully expect it to sweep anyway, so I don't need to help it along. Unless there's a category here where it legitimately is the only really good thing here. And this is one of those categories. So as much as I'd like Land of the Lustrous to win, I do think the action, because we're talking about best action here, I do think the action of Academia was better. But that said, it's because I haven't watched Blood Blockade, I haven't seen Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I haven't watched all of Fate Apocrypha. But out of the ones that I have seen and out of what's here, I'd probably go Hiroaka. And this might be one of the few categories that I do vote Hiroaka. Because it was really good action. I really liked it a lot. But the next category is Best Animation. Now, these two are doubling up here. That's fine. And instead, we also now have Little Witch Academia. That's totally worthwhile being here. I haven't watched March Comes In Like a Lion. I understand why it's here, because I've heard a lot of really good things. So I don't think they'll win out over the more action-oriented things or the more, like, visually explosive type things. So I would even say that Little Witch Academia would win out over March Comes In Like a Lion, but I could be entirely wrong, because, again, I haven't seen it. So I could be wrong. Silent Voice is an interesting thing that's here. I like that it's here. I like the film a lot, and I'm pretty sure there's a Best Film category later on, and I'd probably vote for it for that, but we'll get to that. We'll see what it's up against. Here, I'm surprised because this is a film. It's kind of a historical thing that film animation budgets are a lot better than TV animation budgets. So, like, if we're going to compare the animation of Silent Voice and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which is right below it, A Silent Voice wins hands down, but they were both done by the same studio. So, really, I think A Silent Voice should win, though I question why it's here. And also, I doubt that it really will win because Hiroaka's here. I'd like Land of the Lustrous to win. I know that some people probably wouldn't vote for Land of the Lustrous because I do know that there's like this weird stigma against 3D animation, especially after things like Berserk. But Land of the Lustrous definitely deserves note and mention. I'm happy it at least got the nod for the category. But Hiroaka will probably win in Best Animation too. I hope Hiroaka doesn't win both Best Action and Best Animation. I hope that people can like separate the two. I'd like Hiroaka to win Best Action, and out of the ones here, Silent Voice followed by Land of the Lustrous for Best Animation. But we'll see. I'm really hopeful for a Silent Voice, but again, I don't get why it's here. CGI though, Land of the Lustrous, yeah, I didn't even need to see the entire category. Land of the Lustrous should win Best CGI. I don't even need to see what else is going to be here. Like, we're going to look. Kato the right answer. I haven't watched, to be fair. Recreators, no. Attack on Titan, I see why it's here. No. Knights and Magic, same thing. See why it's here? No. Inuyashiki, though. Okay, if that one won instead of Lustrous, I think I'd be okay with that. But Best CGI, Land of the Lustrous. Really, it's Land of the Lustrous. There really should not... That should be a shoo-in. If Inuyashiki wins, I'm okay. Oh, then voting has opened for at least some categories. Shit. Okay, ignore that. We're going to ignore that. If Inuyashiki wins, I'll be okay. I'll be okay with that. But Land of the Lustrous should be a shoo-in. Let's be honest. Let's be honest there. So far out of the categories that we've gone through, I don't know if I would have added anything. No, Best Action. What's missing in Best Action? Yeah. Where's Juni Tyson in Best Action? That's a good question. It's hard to say because there are a couple of shows here that I haven't watched. It's hard to say whether or not it deserved to be here more because these shows might have had scenes in them that were far better than anything in Juni Tyson. But I'm just kind of curious of its lack of a mention. So that's just kind of depressing. Last one that I've opened here, because I'm opening a couple of tabs as we go, and I'm going to add more as we move along. Best Comedy. Well, ooh. This is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I did a review on Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and I said it was my favorite Kyoto anime comedy since Nichijou, but I'm hesitant to actually give it Best Comedy, because while I do think it is one of my favorite comedies of the year, I also really like the show for a lot of the more dramatic moments that it has. So I'm trying not to let that kind of bleed in. And this is Best Comedy category, so it's a little bit weird. I know Osamatsu has a lot of really big fans. I haven't watched it personally. Little Witch Academia for Best Comedy, though? I don't know. Konosuba Season 2, if this wins, I'm going to kill someone. No, I'm not actually going to kill someone. Konosuba Season 1 should have won last year, especially over freaking Sakamoto. But Season 2 is just a rehash of the same thing, and I have a lot of problems with it, so I really hope it doesn't win. Gamers, though, I'd love it if Gamers wins. I'd be fully fine with Gamers winning. Also because I don't think Gamers is going to be nominated for anything else in this award ceremony. So Gamers should win here. I haven't watched Tsundere Children also, to be fair. So out of this, I haven't seen Osamatsu. I haven't seen Tsundere Children. I'd like to give it to Kobayashi, but again, a lot of things that I like about Kobayashi are the more dramatic sides, though I also don't think Kobayashi is going to even be nominated for Best Drama, so I'd probably give mine there, followed by Gamers. No, Gamers would be first, because I don't think it'll be anywhere else, followed by Kobayashi, but if Kobayashi wins or if Gamers win, if either of those wins, I will be perfectly happy. I don't want Konosuba to win because I have a grudge against it. And if Osamatsu, Little Witch, or Tsundere win, well, no, if Little Witch wins, I'll be surprised. I don't think it should. Like, it has comedic elements to it, but even like comparing it to Kobayashi has better moments. So, yeah. But if Osamatsu or if Tsundere win, that's fine. I haven't seen them, so I can't really comment. But Gamers would be my pick, followed by Kobayashi. I don't think we missed anything out of the Best Comedy category. Unless you want to consider things like Kimono Friends of Comedy. It's not, but if you wanted to, for the lulz, that'd be interesting. All right, so let's open up a couple more tabs and continue on. Okay, so first out of this next set is Best Continuing Series, and I don't think I'm going to be voting for this category. Let me tell you why. A lot of these are sequels to shows that I'm not following. I didn't follow March Comes In Like a Lion. I didn't follow Iron Blooded Orphans. I didn't follow Super. Case closed. The fact that it's here is just, I get why it's here. But, oh my god, Conan has been around since the 90s. It hasn't stopped. It probably will never stop. Conan's, just gonna keep going. And Shibbuden's here. My god. I know it did end this year, didn't it? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. And maybe some Shippuden fans will come in and give it its one last hurrah, which will probably be why it wins. All Out, I'm surprised it's here. I'm happy that it's here, but it's weird. Yeah, so this is one category I'm going to skip over because a lot of it I haven't seen, so I'm not comfortable with actually voting for it, even when voting opens. Okay, so voting hasn't opened for everything yet. Good. I'm not going to vote in Best Continuing Series because I'm not comfortable with voting for it because the vast majority of them I haven't watched. Best Drama. I wonder if, sometimes my top pick for the best categories is the thing that comes in first. I'm curious about who ordered it. Although, oh wait, no, it's not ordered by alphabetical. If it was ordered by alphabetical, I could understand it, but Aka's all the way here at the bottom. Yeah. I'm curious about who ordered these on the page. We'll see. We'll see. But Rakugo Shinju probably should win hands down. Made in Abyss, I don't know if I would call Made in Abyss a drama series, though. So I don't know if, it deserves a win shit. I don't know if I would put it as a win here. I'd still like it if it won, though. But I would put even Ancient Magus Bride about higher than its Scum's Wish. Oh my god, Scum's Wish. I'm happy it's here. It shouldn't win. It shouldn't. Aka, I'd like to see win, but it probably won't. So I'd like to see Rakugo, and I'd like to see Aka win. They probably won't. Who I think is going to win, based on the fact that it's viewer's choice, I'd be leaning towards Magus Bride, and I wouldn't be disappointed if it won. I'd like it if Made in Abyss won, but just based on a bunch of factors, I don't think it's going to win. And again, March Comes In Like a Lion has been popping up a lot, and I haven't seen it, so I guess that's just kind of the signal to me of, go watch March Comes In Like a Lion. I should probably do that. All right. So I'm probably voting for Rakugo, but I think that Ancient Magus is going to win. That's my theory. All right, now moving on. Okay, so next we have Best Boy and Best Girl, and there are two things that I want to bring up here because they're major problems I have. First is just kind of how they've titled the categories. I think originally last year, before it actually got renamed to Best Boy and Best Girl, it was originally Best Male and Best Female Character, which I think worked a lot better. Because when you call them Best Boy and Best Girl, you're putting an interesting connotation on it, which cuts out a lot of male and female characters that would otherwise be deserving of the category. And that bothers me. The second thing, and I already know, yeah, there it is. Okay, so I already know that it's here, is that you're doubling up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have 6 spaces here. And to me, a nomination is almost as good as winning. If something gets nominated in any of these categories, that's already a win in my books. Because if you get nominated, if you have people that come out and look at these things, for like Best Anime especially, and we'll get to that. When you look at the Best Anime, if somebody sees something there, but they haven't watched it, they'll be like, oh, this is being considered for Best Anime of the Year, and I haven't seen it. Maybe I should go do that. And I think any category has that potential. Because you want to see why these characters are here. So March Comes In Like a Lion. This is like a judge's choice. This is a judge's choice kind of thing. I feel like the judges are trying to shove this show down people's throats. Not that saying that it isn't deserving of it. Again, I haven't watched it, but the fact that it keeps popping up, I think it's popped up more often than Academia has right now. That's interesting. And it's not going to win. I really don't think March Comes In Like a Lion is going to win all that much. But someone has a hard on for it, so that'll be interesting. But the fact that Todoroki and Deku are here, no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. They should have just picked one of them. So the thing that also bothers me is that Deku's here. Now, Deku was in Best Boy for last year, and he didn't win because Yuri was there from Yuri on Ice. But Deku did eventually win Best Hero, which is actually a category that's further on, and I'm going to bet he's in there too. I would be fine if Deku wasn't here and if Todoroki was here instead. I really think that they should just have like one character from every series here. Like, who else would I have put in instead? I probably would have put in like Ruth from Ancient Magus Bride. Put in Regu from Made in Abyss. Both of those would have been deserving of spaces here. And there are others if I just sat down and thought about it. I'm happy that Fafnir got a mention. Holy shit. That's really cool. And Yakumo also deserves a space here on Best Boy. That's totally fine. I'm happy with those. Kazuma, I get why he's here. I'm not happy that he's here, but I get it. But really, this entire category is just a showdown between Todoroki and Deku. That's it. And that bothers the hell out of me. That should not be a thing. It should have already been decided between the two of them, and someone else, some other show should have got that extra spot in the spotlight, because Hiroaka already has far too many mentions to be worth taking up 2 slots. And I'm going to bet, before we even look at Best Girl, that we're going to see 2 Academia choices from Best Girl. So let's actually do that real quick. Ochiko's here, and Tsuyu's here. Yep, called that. Okay, so same problem here. You have Ochiko and Tsuyu. Now, are there characters that I would have put on this list? Okay, let's actually go through it, everybody. Akko's from Little Witch. That's fine. Ochiko. Moriko's here. I'm happy about that. That's really good. Serval's here. That's probably where my votes go pressing. But where's Foss? Foss should be here. Get rid of one of the Academia girls and put in Foss from Land of the Lustrous. Like, holy shit. Foss needs to be here. Foss needs to be given some deserving here. Like, Foss deserves to be here for the same reason that Serval my vote, because I don't think Kimono Friends is going to have many other chances to shine else in these anime awards. It just that just bothers me a lot. The fact that both in Best Boy and Best Girl you have 2 from Hiroaka. That even just shows you that in the judges as well, there's a bit of a bias towards Hiroaka, that it takes 2 slots in both Best Boy and Best Girl. That burns me so much. That does burn me. It burns me so bad. So bad. Makes me wonder if the actual voting, the judges' voting, is similar to how it was last year. Because how it was last year is all the judges were basically like, here are all the categories, tell us what your favorite things is, and whichever got the most votes, that ended up being the nominees. And I feel like that's what's happening again here, because all of them figured that they would put in a Best Boy or Best Girl from Academia, but then they were split between who should it have been between Todoroki and Deku. So, like, some of them would have picked, oh, Todoroki should get it because Deku, like, had big highlight last year. Same sort of thing in Best Girl. Tsuyu didn't get mentioned in Best Girl last year, but Ochiko totally did. So I think it was that like, flip dichotomy. But because they had more votes than any other individual character that probably deserved to be on the list, that's how it happened. So, again, that's an organizational thing and something they should have worked out with the judges. I'm not sure if that's what happened, but I know that's what happened last year, so I'm going to guess that potentially is what happened again in this year, and that bothers me, because that's something that they could have fixed. It burns me. All right, we're going to move on before I get pissed off any more than I already am. Okay, next up is Best Film, and Girls in Panzer made it. Holy shit. Kizumonogatari and Fate, those are understandable. I'm happy that In This Corner of the World is here. I hope it wins. It probably won't. Girls in Panzer, I get why it's here. Well, it's not I don't get why it's here. I almost feel like that's a filler position because there were only so many films that made it out. I'm happy it's here because I like Girls in Panzer a lot. It's not going to win. Kizumonogatari will probably only win if, like, the Bakemonogatari fan base votes in this hard. Same with Heaven's Feel. But really, I think that the vote's going to come down to a fight between Silent Voice and Your Name. I hope Silent Voice wins out of the two of them. So, like, my voting would be Silent Voice, In This Corner of the World, Your Name. That would be my order. But one of these 3 is going to win. Probably one of these 2 is going to win. And I'm going to be honest, I'm expecting Your Name to win. That if that ends up happening, that would be my guess. My vote will be Silent Voice. My guess is Your Name. I'd like it if This Corner in the World won, though. That'd be really good. Like, I know I'm putting my vote in for a Silent Voice because I did like it more than In This Corner of the World, but In This Corner of the World does deserve some praise. So if it won, I'd be happy. But hey, it got a nomination, so that's really fine. The next category, though, is Best Manga, and this is probably another one that I might abstain from voting. Okay, so some of these, it's either I've heard a lot of things about, I've seen their adaptations, so for, like, In This Corner of the World and Rakugo Shinju. I know nothing about My Brother's Huntsman. I actually have read My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness, and if I were to vote, that's where it would go. But I haven't seen Golden Kamuya, so... And Delicious in Dungeon, I've heard nothing but good things about. Nothing but good things about. So if that ever gets an anime adaptation, I'm definitely going to get into that a lot more. And I've been, like, toying with myself to actually just go and read it, because I've heard nothing but praise about it. So if that wins, that's totally fine. I'd like My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness to win, because I've liked that. I liked reading that a lot. I was very, very happy with that. but I'm not sure if I can vote for anything in this category because I don't read as much manga as some people do. But I do have opinion on openings, which is the next category. So openings, I have a feeling, let me just quickly, yeah, okay, so I have a feeling that like last year, openings and endings are going to be very different between what I think is a good opening and ending and what other people is a good opening and ending. Case in point, Ancient Magus Bride. Now, I know a lot of people like the opening for Ancient Magus Bride. I do too, but it also has a cardinal sin that I cannot forgive, which is why I will not vote for it. So I like the song a lot, and if it was just the songs of the opening, it would probably get my vote hands down, as much as I like a lot of the other things that are on this list. But the animation takes scenes and cuts from the show itself, and that bothers me because I'm always of the mind that the opening sequence for a show should be its own thing, have unique animation that's not tied down to any context from the show, and basically show you the best of what this show has to offer animation-wise. That's my thought on it. So the fact that Ancient Magus Bride, in that opening specifically, reuses scenes from the show, especially because it uses scenes from the final episode too, which is even a bit more of a cardinal sin because you're showing something that's about to happen. It's not like something that's similar to it. It is legit the scene. And things like that bother me. So I'm not going to vote for that, personally. Akka has a really good opening. If that wins, I'll be happy. Not surprised that both Titan and Academia are here. Academia is probably going to win. Though if it doesn't win, I could see Titan winning because a lot of people have like are like major fans of all the Titan openings, even from like season 1. So for this winning from like the viewers pick sort of choices, that would not surprise me. I am surprised that Princess Principal is here. I'm happy that it's gotten somewhat of a nod somewhere. Not really sure if best opening is where I would have put it, but I'm glad that it is mentioned somewhere in the awards. And Rakugo Shinju, Rakugo Shinju's OP. This is probably where my vote's gonna go. Yeah, like Rakugo Shinju, that's probably where my vote is going to go. If I was to put it between these two, it would go Hiro Aka. So if if it comes down to a fight between Hiro Aka and Attack on Titan, I'd vote for Hiro Aka in this case. Happy that Aka's here though, like ACCA is here. I'm happy that that's here because it deserves it. But my vote will probably go to Rakugo Shinju. Ending is a little bit different because a lot of endings I end up skipping, despite them even being good, because I just want to see the next episode. So Land of the Lustrous, which is down here at the bottom, is an example of that. Blood Blockade Battlefront, haven't seen it, so I can't comment. I like Kobayashi's ending a lot. It was stuck in my head for months, so that might be where it goes. MMO Junkie! No, I could see. I'm happy that this one's here. Like, it probably won't win, because I don't know how many people watched MMO Junkie. Wait, do we have... Ooh! There's nothing from Hiro Aka here. I'm liking that. That gives... Oh, that gives everything else a chance. I haven't watched Just Because, so I can't comment. And again, March comes in like a lion. So out of the ones that I have seen, which is just these three, my vote would probably go to Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Even though it's not even that great of an ending, but it's just like endings just have those things where they're not as good as openings. I might vote for Land of the Lustrous instead, though. But this song was stuck in my head for so long. Oh my god. That'll be rough for me to try and vote on. But as of what's probably going to win, I would even say Kobayashi. Yeah, I think Kobayashi might be the one that takes it. Because, again, I don't think March Comes In Like a Lion's going to win much. It's being nominated for a crap ton of things, but I don't think it's going to win. I'm happy that MMO Junkie's here. Blood Blockade might have a decent fan base showing, and that might be why it wins, if it does. But these two would be what I'd like to see win, and this is what I think is going to win. Yeah, so let's move on to the next four. Okay, so we're starting with best score, and again, I'm curious about the choices of what gets put on top, because Made in Abyss deserves best score. I don't even need to see the rest of this list. Okay, Academia, Lustrous, not gonna read. Yeah, okay, no, Made in Abyss, not a question. That should win. That should win hands down. If it doesn't win, I'm actually going to be legitimately pissed. No, I think I am. Because, okay, so some of these shows have really good music. I'm not saying that they don't. Like, I'd understand if Magus Bride wins. I'd understand if Akka wins, because Akka had it's a stylistic score, but I'd get if Akka won. I don't want Recreators to win. And Little Witch, it's alright. Land of the Lustrous 2 is also good, but you're up against Made in Abyss, which is such a good soundtrack. My god, if Made in Abyss does not win best score, I'm going to be really disappointed in everybody that voted. I legitimately am, because Made in Abyss has such a good soundtrack. Such a good soundtrack. And it's not even going up against like Hero Aka or anything. If it doesn't win, I could see Ancient Magus Bride winning. Because again, I feel like Crunchyroll has an advantage, an inherent advantage. Because as much as Crunchyroll has their thing, and they have shows from things that they did not broadcast themselves, I still feel like they have a bit of an advantage. Because like, what out of Crunchyroll shows last year didn't win? I don't think Sakamoto, for best comedy of all things, I don't think that that was a Crunchyroll show, though I could be wrong. And Hero Aka won a couple of things when it was still like very Funimation before like Crunchyroll took a much bigger chunk out of it this year. But a lot of it were all Crunchyroll shows winning anyway. But so I feel like Crunchyroll has an inherent advantage. Also because it's like viewer choice, and Crunchyroll has a bit longer or a bit wider of a reach than the Amazon shows. So that's not to be like, yeah, that's just to be expected. But Made in Abyss should win. It really should. If you're watching this and you're gonna go vote, please, yeah, look, I'm even gonna vote right here. Made in Abyss. I'm not a robot. Made in Abyss wins. Vote. Because Made in Abyss needs to vote. It needs to win. That'll be the only one I'm voting here. Because it needs to win. Okay, so Best Slice of Life. MMO Junkie, I'm happy that that's here because I enjoyed the hell out of it. I have my problems with MMO Junkie, but that's fine. Tsukiga Kire, I haven't seen, and I probably butchered the pronunciation, so I can't comment on that. Girls Last Tour and Kimono Friends, we'll get back to that. Sakura Quest, okay, I liked Sakura Quest, but I don't think it should win. Interviews with Monster Girls, I liked a lot. If it wins, I will be really happy, but I don't think it will win. My vote is probably going to go between Girls Last Tour and Kimono Friends. I don't think, out of what's left, because we only have Best Hero, Best Villain, and Best of Year, I don't think Kimono Friends is going to show up anywhere else. This might be where I vote, because I still don't think that Servo is going to win Best Girl. It'd be great if she did. But Girls Last Tour also hasn't shown up anywhere else, and this is possibly its only nod. In which case, I'd like it to win, and I might vote for it, just to kind of hopefully maybe give it a leg up or something. And it has the same, because it was on Anime Strike and Amazon in general, it has a little ways to go versus things that were on Crunchyroll. So I'd like Girls Last Tour to win. If it doesn't win Kimono Friends, I will be totally happy. Beyond that, Interviews with Monster Girls, followed by MMO Junkie. Like, I liked MMO Junkie a lot, but I don't think it would, I don't think I would consider it best. I think I might consider it the best of its season for Slice of Life. No, wait, no, because it was up against Girls Last Tour. Yeah, so I wouldn't even do that. Yeah. I'm happy that it's here. I'm happy that it got the nod. It shouldn't win. Yeah. Okay, Best Hero. I'm not even going to click on it yet. Best Hero, and I'm actually going to guess that in the top slot, because of how some of these categories have been in the top slot is going to be Deku. Yep. Fucking called it. Okay. So Deku's here. Deku won Best Hero last year, and that bothers me that he's here again. I get why he's here. But again, I would use the Anime Awards to try and promote other shows. Because we know Hero Aka is going to win, and I know he's here. And I know that the category is called Best Hero, and there is a certain type of character you're looking for when you say Best Hero, which won't necessarily apply to the vast majority of characters that came out from shows this year. Gin should win. Gin should win. All right, well, actually, who else is here? Akko's here. I haven't watched Magical Circle Guru Guru. I don't think a lot of people have. I could be very wrong. Chise, I like that she's here. I don't think I'd consider her a hero. Nanachi, I'm very happy that Nanachi has a nod. Nanachi deserves a nod. I don't think she should win this category. That's the weird thing. Like, I don't like that Deku's here, but because the category is called Best Hero, he's probably the best to win it. And that bothers me. It's such an obvious shoo-in just because of how the category is named, and that bothers the crap out of me. I'm not going to vote for him out of principle. I'm going to vote for Gin from Yuki Yuna's Hero because she's really fucking good and deserves a win. But I don't think she's going to win. Deku's going to win. And that bothers me. It bothers me that it's so obvious. I'm happy that Chise and Nanachi got nods here. I'm really happy that they got nods here. I don't think they should win, though, because it's Best Hero, and I don't necessarily consider them heroes. I get that Deku's here. It bothers me that he is. Okay, let's move on before I get really pissed off. Best Villain. I don't even need to scroll down anymore. Tanya should win. Tanya. I liked Stain, but Stain's not Tanya. It's kind of weird that Tanya's here because she's the main character of her show and she's best villain, but she is a villain because it's Tanya the evil. She's a stone cold bitch, and that's totally fine. But yeah, so Tanya to be win, which Tanya should win. Bondurant from Made in Abyss. Okay, so for both him and Ancient Magus Bride's pick here, I get why they're here. I'm happy that they have the nod, but I feel like for both of them, we haven't truly seen just how evil they are. Like, Tanya, we've seen a fuck ton of what she can do and what she's willing to do, but with these two characters, like, near the end, I'm not going to spoil anything, but in Made in Abyss, near the end, this guy did some really weird and really dark shit. So if he wins, I'll be okay with it. I won't vote for him personally because he's up against Tanya. Hiro from Inuyashiki, though. I'm happy that he's here. I don't think he'll win. Usagi from Zodiac War now. Like, I almost feel like he's just the other Phil Space. Because I don't really know if there was really a villain from Zodiac War. They were all just just horrible people, and they were all just against themselves. I get that he's here, and I guess out of Zodiac War, it makes sense that he's the one that's nominated. He shouldn't win. My vote's Tanya. Yeah, my vote's Tanya, and I hope Tanya wins. If Tanya doesn't win, Bondurant would be my next pick, and I hope that he would win if Tanya doesn't win. But Stain might just end up taking it because it's Hiraka, and Hiraka might be the sweep series this year, and I really hope it isn't. Ugh. Okay. That's enough about that, because there's only so much that I can say about these things since we don't know the results yet. And there's only one category left, and this is the anime of the year. I just have to scroll through it. So, again, I haven't seen much comes in like a lion. It's funny that it's at the top, but I get why it's here because someone in the judge, some of the judges have a hard on for it. That's fine. Made in Abyss should win. Because, well, if you've already seen my video on the top of the year, Made in Abyss was my favorite. It's not that bad. If Made in Abyss doesn't win, which I think is highly more likely, Land of the Lustrous should. Rakugo Shinju should probably also. But Hiroaka's in this listing, so I think Hiroaka's probably going to win because of, like, it's viewer's choice. And it just bothers me that viewer's choice is like that. Made in Abyss and Land of the Lustrous, I want one of those two to win. I want one of those two to win so badly. But Hiroaka's probably going to win. And Rakugo Shinju, like, I'm happy that Rakugo Shinju is here. It was nominated last year as well for Best of Year, and it probably deserved to be, like, well, it would deserve to be nominated. I don't think it was going to win last year either, because even if you took out Yuri on Ice, Hiroaka Season 1 was there. And that's... Made in Abyss should win this category. It's probably not. If it does, I will be so happy, but it's probably not. Because not only does My Hero Academia have that massive fan base, but it also has the advantage of being on Crunchyroll, which means that it was seen by a lot more people. And with the voting being opened up to the general public, you're going to have a lot of people that didn't have Anime Strike, that didn't watch anything that was on Amazon, that have not seen Made in Abyss and Land of the Lustrous. So they won't vote for them. And that's just an inherent problem with the voting system that Crunchyroll used last year, and from the looks of it, seems to be using again this year. I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna watch the Anime Awards when it comes out. I'm gonna be hopeful that when we see the results, that I'm happy with at least some of them. But I'm really hoping that Made in Abyss wins. My God, because Made in Abyss is so deserving, and I want Made in Abyss to win. I don't want Hiraka to sweep. And yeah, that's kind of it. I will come back once the voting ended. I think when I did the voting in Best Score, it said that the results were going to be released at the end of February. So I will come back in a month from now, and we're going to talk about this again. Oh my God. But that's everything that I have to say about the nominees for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Go vote. There'll be a link in the description. Go vote when all the voting categories are up. I think the reason why some of these are highlighted and some of them are not, because they're probably going to open things up over the course of the next week. So come in, vote every day, or wait till the end of the week and go in and vote. Put what you think is the best in, even if you don't agree with me. I don't expect everybody to agree with me. Just vote for what you want to win, and may the best show win, hopefully, or the best character in some cases. Shout out again to the guy or the girl, as it may have been, that edited this video, because I think that was really, really good. And that's the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I don't want to be down on it. I don't want to be disappointed in it, but I might, and I'm just going to have to get over that, like everybody else is going to be. Everybody else, like me, is probably feeling very similar, and I think we all just have to get over it, because the Crunchyroll Anime Awards aren't going away. And as much as We would like some things to win. They might not always. So at least, hey, I get to make a video about it. So yeah, that's it. And before I continually repeat myself any more than I already had, go vote in the Anime Awards, and I'll talk to you about it again in a month from now. Until then, ladies and gentlemen and others, stay frosty.